Good afternoon, everyone. Hope all is well. So, we are back with our live sessions today, and today we are going to go live with a homeopath who's based all the way up in India, in Mumbai, and they deal with various aspects of homeopathy. They also have a cancer care center in India, and also they deal with various gems, how to help individuals in treatment. And there is all sorts of gem treatment. So it should be good speaking to her about all these factors in terms of health, especially homeopathy, which should be a good topic to talk on. So let's just wait. Thank you for everyone for tuning in this afternoon. Here we go. So we've got Dr. Fatema. Wow, 8 live. This is good. Dr.
Hello.
Fatema,
Yes. Hi.
how are you?
Hello. I'm fine. How are you?
Good. All is well. Thank you so
Good.
much for joining me on this live today in terms of sharing knowledge, spreading positivity, in terms of what you do in your professional career. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much.
Yes. Glad that you have
I think you've got your kids
you are
around you.
having me here. Yes, my kid is around me. A little bit of disturbance might happen.
It's all right.
Sorry.
It's okay. No problem. So
Okay.
before we move forward with our live conversation, if you can introduce yourself as to who you are and what exactly is it that you do.
Definitely. Well, I'm a doctor. I'm a homeopathic medical doctor.
Okay.
Have a practice since 2006. Finished
Wow.
my college over around 2005.
Okay.
Then I completed my master's in forensic science,
Wow.
and
So why
then
did the
further on,
homeopathic come into the way? I mean, you should have gone into CID or something.
no, things work in conjunction actually. Everything works in
Okay.
conjunction
Okay.
because I had an interest in graphology.
Okay.
So graphology is something which interested me.
Okay.
One second. He's more excited actually. He didn't
Um,
expect me to
I,
be
I'm
live like this.
I'm
He
sure I'm
wanted to
sure
see me
he's
on
going to
TV.
I'm sure he's going to
Yes,
learn from you what you're going to
yes.
talk about today.
I
So
know he comes for all my sessions everywhere. So he
good
knows it.
good stuff. So
So sorry.
I just want to
Let's
take you a few years back into your childhood, teenage years. I mean, when we are growing up and we see a lot of careers in front of us, we aspire to be like them, whether it's our parents
right,
or our
right,
relatives, our uncles, aunties,
right,
becoming an architect,
right,
a doctor,
right.
which you are today, a lawyer, engineer. I mean, did you ever think to, or did you ever aspire to be something
Um,
else than what
for
you are
me actually
today?
it was for me actually it was always my father
Okay.
whom I always wanted to be like. And
Oh,
my father was somebody who has motivated me all my life.
okay.
He was like, whatever you want to do, I'm with you.
That's amazing.
So then medical
Was
science,
he a doctor as well?
no, he's not a doctor.
Okay.
He's a businessman. For I was very good in my academics. So
Okay.
my dad was always like, okay, you have to, whatever profession you pick up, I'm with you.
Us
And
Asians
then
are
of course
always
medicine came.
us Asians,
Yes.
especially Indian Pakistanis, are always good at academics, right? Going to school,
Yeah,
college,
we
university.
are. I
Absolutely.
know.
So,
So it was like that.
sure.
Hmm. So tell me.
Um, it's all right. It's okay. Is their school time off now? I mean, I think they're back from school, right?
There's no school. It's always everything is online right now.
Is it?
No
So
schools
there's
for them. No,
seriously.
everything is shut.
Wow.
In Mumbai, we have everything shut. They are not
Wow.
going anywhere. They are not stepping out of the house actually.
Wow. So
That's how it
you were
is.
talking about your career, how you got into it. Obviously, your father
Yes,
pushed you towards it in terms of he
definitely.
what do you call it? He
He
backed
supported
you.
my
He
decision
supported
basically.
you
He
the whole
supported my
way.
decision. Yes.
Absolutely. And
Whatever,
so
and then of course,
you went to school,
I
college,
finished
did
my
your medical
undergrads.
sciences.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have our entrances here. And then, of course, homeopathy was my first choice because since childhood I was taking homeopathy.
Okay.
So homeopathy was the first choice in medicine that I wanted to get into. I got
Okay.
into it. I got into the best Asian medical college for homeopathy at Bombay,
Wow.
IRLA, that is CMT Medical College.
Okay.
Then we had our training for around 6.5 years. We have it here with our
Okay.
internships and everything.
Okay.
After that, simultaneously, I was completing my master's because I was doing my thesis along with it. So I finished that also as along with the final degrees.
Wow.
Then enjoyed practice for 2 years, took a break.
How long is the, I
Then
mean,
again,
how long is the practice training for? I mean, when you want to become a homeopathic doctor, how long does that take?
homeopathy, 6.5 years
Wow.
total. Yeah, six and
And
a half years
that's
because
including your
five
education
years
or just practice?
education plus the internship.
Okay.
1 year complete 365 days is your internship.
Okay.
So we have to complete our internship also to obtain the license.
Got you.
So that has to be done.
Super.
So it comes up to 6.5 years approximately, with all the breaks and all the glitches and things like that, and delays and exams. Our exams last for almost 3 months at a stretch. We used to have our exams.
And they and
So
obviously you completed your degree in 2006,
yes,
sorry,
around
2005.
yes.
Um, have the curriculums or the way of studying changed over the years, or is it exactly the same? I mean, you
No,
still
it
people.
is same.
Okay.
No, it is the same. Almost the same because curriculum is almost the same for medicine
Got you.
always since years. It's just the experiences that can keep on enhancing, and the practices.
Of
The
course.
way doctors practice and the diagnostics. Mainly, it is all about the diagnostics now.
A
When
lot
we
of,
were studying at that time, it was very few diagnostics that we used to learn. Now it's lots of diagnostics.
of course,
It was not easy to have a CT scan in 2000, but now, right now, for every small thing, we have a CT
CT
scan now.
scan. Absolutely.
So,
Um, Question I have for you, and a lot of people have this question as well, including myself. What's the difference
yeah,
between a normal doctor and a homeopathic doctor? I mean, you all
good one.
you all deal with
Hmm.
patients, you all deal with medicine.
Yes,
But what's
right.
the main difference between that? I mean, why would someone go
The
to a homeopathic doctor
difference,
and why would
homeopathy
someone go to
doctor,
a normal family doctor?
physician, yeah. See, for us, we have a plus point, we study what a normal physician studies, plus homeopathic medicine, which is a complete different pharmacology. It's a complete separate science,
Okay.
and it is a well-established, well-researched science. So for us, I know what a crocin or a paracetamol would do, and I
Yeah.
know what is the counterpart in homeopathy as well.
Okay.
Yet, now
So if
when you go
someone
to a
comes to
normal
you,
physician, he
yep.
wouldn't know, yes, he wouldn't know what a homeopathic counterpart will be. He would just know what a paracetamol is. So
Okay. So
for
if I
us, it is
came
a
to
plus
you,
point. We study both the pathies.
so if I come to you
It's
as a
like that.
patient and let's say I have a headache,
Yes.
so you would be in the
Yes.
capacity to prescribe me a paracetamol or a
Exactly.
homeopathic medicine.
Or yes,
Got you.
he's right.
So these
That's how
are,
it works, and that gives us a upper hand in diagnosis as well as in pharmacy because
and
our materia medica is huge.
I
It's
mean,
like that.
when I was growing up in Pakistan, in Karachi, and I had my grandparents, sometimes they used to have those small ball
White collar.
they used to have those small ball type medicines. Is that still the
Sweet
case?
pills, yes.
Exactly. Is that still the
Yes,
case?
that's right.
And
Yes,
and
it
though
is. It will
and
always be.
and those are, I mean, that's how I know homeopathy. I mean, when I see those medicines, that's
It's
how I
very
know that.
easy for the children, you know.
Of
Yes,
course,
it's very
this.
easy for children.
So I
Sweet to
think
taste, no harm.
so. In your profession, what you're doing right now, would you recommend someone to go to a homeopath, or would you recommend someone to go to a normal GP? Like over here, we have a general practitioner, like a family doctor. So how does someone balance that?
See, I mean, of course, this is always a personal choice. In India, they have a personal choice where they want to go. In your country, it is a different system, I guess.
I mean, I
You
don't think
have to
we
go
have
by
that many.
the,
We don't have that many.
yes, you don't
I've
have
never.
that many
I'm sure there are
practicing
many
ones.
homeopathic
They
doctors
must be
in,
private.
but yeah, exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
they must be private practitioners. The government hospitals might not have them. It's like that. In India, it is always a personal choice. Now, like for me, in my clinic, for me, it's a cancer clinic at
Yep,
Bombay. So
yep.
I get all the cancer cases directly who come to me after diagnosis or before diagnosis. So I do the diagnosis, or maybe they will have a diagnosis done by an oncologist and then they come to me. So
Okay,
it is always a personal decision in this, which pathy you want to follow.
got you.
And then, of course, you decide on your doctor. It's
Uh,
like that.
So you're currently running your cancer care center, and
Right.
you're also are you running your homeopathic practice through the cancer
Yes,
care
yes,
center, or you have another
yes.
center that you are currently practicing at?
No, we have multiple centers. We have
Okay,
multiple centers. The Bombay clinic is dedicated to cancer care as well as other chronic diseases.
okay,
And we have a center at Palghar also, which is also a shop, a medical shop, as well as a clinic.
okay,
And everywhere it is the same system. It's a cancer care as well as all the other chronic cases that we take. But maximum we see a lot of cancer cases. It's
okay.
like that because it's always. I mean, it's like people have always known me to be a cancer care doctor. So they always that is more of. Of course,
Got
other
you,
chronic cases also come.
got you.
Say and all the genetic diseases which come. The children who are born with autism or
Disabilities.
say disabilities and such things. Alzheimer's come in the for the geriatrics. So everything
So
comes. Uh,
anyone can come to you, and it doesn't
anyone and
matter.
everyone.
I mean,
No, no,
it
it
doesn't
doesn't
have to
matter.
be that they need to go to a
No.
general practitioner, but they can also go to a homeopath. I mean, in
Yes.
my assumption, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Hmm.
when you go to a general practitioner or a private doctor or a family doctor,
Right.
you don't you don't tend to get that service. But when you go to a
Yeah.
homeopathic doctor,
Homeopathic.
is it
Yes.
like is it also the fact that you sit down and you talk with them and you understand what their uh,
We
obviously
do that. We do that. We
whatever
have
they're
a case
going through,
taking process.
and what
Yes.
they're thinking. I mean, psychologically,
Exactly.
this is what I wanted to get at.
Everything. Yes.
Do,
Psychologically. Yes, you're right. See, in homeopathy, our again, it's our pathy's plus point that we take a case taking.
okay,
And in that we reach the diagnosis. Of course, we take care, we do all the tests. When you would go to a general practitioner, he would direct you to the specific doctor.
got you,
Say, by, okay, I have an eye problem. Okay, you go to an ophthalmologist.
got
Say
you.
you have a stomach problem. Okay, you go to a gastroenterologist.
Yeah,
Yet with a homeopath, that would not happen. We will be able to take care of your full head
total,
to toe. We will be able to take care of it.
got you.
We don't have separate specialists in homeopathy to whom we would direct you to. If
But
you
if
come to
someone
me with a
if
skin
some,
ailment, we will
yeah.
send it to you.
But if, for
It's like that.
example, let's say it's not in your capacity to deal with that,
Yes.
would
We
you then
will see,
recommend further?
definitely.
Okay, got you.
Definitely. Like in cancer itself, we have to do surgeries. So surgery has to be done by a surgeon.
Of course.
So for that, they will go to my surgical facility. It's like
Okay.
that. I will
Uh,
not perform the surgery.
yeah. And
It's
then
like that.
you cover all of that within your cancer care center.
Yes, we do.
You
We do.
cover this.
We
You
do that.
cover the appointments, the
Yes.
surgeries, talking to the client, all that kind of stuff. I mean,
Exactly.
patient.
We
Sorry,
do
I
that.
didn't mean to say client,
Right.
but patient. Um,
Yeah.
when did you set up your cancer care center?
It took me around, say, 2006. It was a small setup. Then we went on. It came, then things went well. I used to travel a lot at that time, so I used to keep a very small place.
Got you.
Later on, then again, 2010, 2011, it was established very well. So now we have a proper clinic in Bombay
Okay.
and as well as in Palghar. Palghar we set up in around 2015,
Wow.
the shop and the
And
clinic over there.
I believe Palghar is your hometown, I guess.
Palghar is my hometown, yes.
Okay.
It's around 2 hours drive from South Bombay.
Okay.
It's like that.
Good
And
stuff.
it's a district now. It's a small town. So around 10 years approximately.
And in these 10 years, I'm sure you've seen all different kinds of patients with different kinds of cancers or whatever.
Variety.
How do you, I mean, we see this a lot of times that when doctors have to break it down to the patient that unfortunately you've got cancer, whatever it is. How do you break it down to that person? I mean, how do you make them understand psychologically? Because obviously, giving today's example, let's say today's example, right? I mean, COVID. I don't want to talk much about it because I'll go on, and I'm a pro believer that it doesn't exist. But the fact is that when a doctor goes and tells someone that, okay, you've got COVID, for example, and I've seen a lot of friends, family, psychologically hurt. I mean, anxiety, depression, all that kind of stuff hits you. I mean, is that the same case during cancer as well? I mean, how does the patient take that on board? That I now have, I have two choices. I have two choices. Either I can live, or either my time's up. That's it. How do you break it down to them?
See, when we are diagnosing, there's a procedure, and I follow a procedure of diagnosing with the help of handwriting and signature also. That's graphology. So what happens is, when the patient is talking to me and when I see the person's handwriting, I come to know what is his psychology and what is his level of understanding, and will he be able to take it out.
This is before he even knows that he's got.
Yes, exactly. So when he is written on the paper, I know what is the diagnosis. I will know it. The moment he's written, I know, okay, he is suffering or he's not suffering. Let the tests come, then we will see. So I make a base for my clients. I make a base for them. And I prepare them from day one. See, the first point is that the moment that they enter the clinic, they know they might be facing cancer. Because they know, okay, she is, if somebody has recommended me to Dr. Fatema, it means I am suffering from something which is going to be of this sorts. So that thing is there, that they are prepared, and it's a God's gift, with the disease itself. When God gives us a disease, He gives us the gift to fight it.
Absolutely.
So Alhamdulillah, until now, I've never faced a client who's like totally in denial or things like that. Yet, of course, we do come across some of them who are in denial. So we have to work with them. And homeopathy is very beautiful, We give them constitutional medicines.
Can you explain what that is?
Constitutional medicines, Constitution is, now the word constitution,
It's like law, right?
It means the whole you.
Yeah.
It's the whole you.
Yep.
So when I give you a medicine, it's for the whole you. So in that, your psychology also comes.
Got you.
It helps you,
So it's for your body and for the soul, I guess.
As well as your vital force. I will call it vital force.
Okay.
It's like that. And then, of course, for the last 5 years, I've started also working with gems.
Yep, that's you'd written that.
Yes.
So I want to talk about that. That how do gems help someone?
Yes, how do they help in cancer?
Or illness or whatever it is? How does that help?
See, gems, when I came across them, when I started studying gemology as a science, I was shocked to find out that these gems are live beings. They are alive. They talk to you. They work with you. When you wear a gem, they become you. It's
Can you explain
it's
that? I
so
mean, in
harmonized.
yeah,
See, it's like a genie in the bottle. This is how I always explain it.
got you.
It's like you are the command. Now you will give the command to the stone. I have seen my patients having wonderful time with this.
With this therapy.
Homeopathy, yes, homeopathy, they wear their gems, whichever is recommended to them,
Okay.
and proper diet, taking care of self, and sometimes, of course, handwriting changes, which I recommend. So all this in synchronicity, it works. It's a beautiful theme.
Got you.
It works all together and they gain their strength back. They have the ultimate power to fight the disease.
And that's
It's
through
like
the
that.
gem.
That's through the gem as well as the homeopathic medicines.
Got you.
Everything works
Is
in
that the
synchronicity.
case why of course in our religion in Islam, and how the Prophet said that a
Yes.
man should wear
We should wear
rubies
a ruby.
or I don't know what to call
Right.
manik, but what's manik in
Manik is
English?
ruby. Manik is ruby and
And
Akik is agate.
that's it, yes. So is
Right.
that one of the reasons that we should
Yes.
wear a ring? Men actually, and women as well, should wear a ring
Women as well.
in their finger to keep that
Fingers.
psychological uh,
Right.
work between the gem and the human going together.
Yes, that's right. Because we came to know about it much later that it's a alive thing. Our prophet knew it very, he knew
Um,
it. He always knew it.
Absolutely.
That is the reason he told us okay, we should be wearing a gem, and it's very important to wear an authentic gem. People come to me, they wear gems, but then they're just glass pieces.
Got you.
So that's the time, when we have to tell them, see, it's not the mistake of the gem that it's not working for you. It's what you're wearing. It's very important that a person wears a genuine gem
Okay.
from a proper gemologist.
Got you.
It is a very important part
And
because
you
it's
also
there.
recommend this to your patients when they come to
Yes,
you. You would either
yes,
tell
I
them
do.
that you're not wearing the right gem, or you should wear this one, or whatever.
Yes. It's a complete system, when they enter my clinic, it's a complete system. We analyze everything. We analyze them physically as well as mentally. So gem and whoever it is, it's not just Muslims, it's the non-Muslims also. They
Absolutely.
also know everything about gems.
Yeah.
So whoever comes to me, they know they will go through this step-by-step analysis wherein we are analyzing them and then we recommend everything. And of course, it is on the client to take how many parts they want to follow. Some will say, no, only homeopathy. Okay, only homeopathy. Carry on. Some agree to take the gems. Okay, homeopathy plus the gems. It's like that. So we offer everything.
But
It's upon the
it's
client
upon
to,
the patient to
yes,
whatever they want to take.
yes, yes.
Um,
We have kept it open
in
for them.
in 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 what I also wanted to touch on is two things right here. Is that when you break it to the patient that they're going
Hmm.
through cancer or whatever
Yeah,
it is, what's their initial
right.
reaction? How do they? I mean, when I've seen someone, we say that the floor beneath your feet just goes away, kind of thing. When the doctor puts it to
Yes,
you
they're
that
scared.
you're scared. How does a doctor deal with that?
See, every case that comes to me, even I'm scared. Even I'm worried because sometimes I see young patients to come. Now, lately, I've come across a 25-year-old and she has a small child. So it's scary for me also. I mean, for me to meet everybody with that state of mind every time, it's difficult. It's difficult to handle, and it's also difficult to explain it to them every time. You see, we have the first question that any cancer patient will ask you is, how much percent chance
How
do I
long
have? So
to
that
have?
Percent, yes. So
or how
50%,
long do
or
I
say
have to live, or
60%,
whatever.
or
Yep,
how
yep,
long do I have to live,
yep.
and things like that. These are those typical questions that come into your mind, you know. And some people really take it to heart, and they want to like, okay, now these are last few days left for me, or last few months for me. I want to do this, I want to do that. They want to start, you know, start living. That's when I tell them, you live every day. That's why we always tell, live every day.
Of
It's
course.
very important.
Life's too short.
Yes, life's
Whether
everything.
you are a cancer patient or not, you're not a cancer
Or
patient.
not a
eh,
cancer patient. Exactly.
You
Even
gotta,
I don't know how long am I got to live.
absolutely, absolutely.
It's like that.
And the
We
second
we
question that
touch
I
them
have
like
for
that.
you is that when someone goes through the therapy, they have chemotherapy or homeotherapy, whatever it is, whatever they go through, and they come out
Hmm.
clean. Like now they don't have a
Right.
single dot of cancer
Right.
in them.
Yeah. Right.
How is it that they see you, or what do you tell them when they have come to you and say, doctor, I'm fine now? How does that work? I mean, what do you tell them?
We party. We party. I have a refrigerator at the clinic wherein we
Okay,
keep lots of ice cream for such
okay,
occasions.
okay,
So the first thing that happens is we party.
okay.
I it's something which we've always done. So whatever small achievement, whenever these patients, you know, they have those milestones. Even for those children who come to us with mental disabilities and all that, and they have those small achievements, you know. So this is a very it's a known fact for the clients, not for the others. Today, now you know it. We party.
Good stuff.
We enjoy the ice cream. We sit down. We enjoy an ice cream together. And one thing which I always do is I like to spend time with my clients. I don't tell them that, you know what, it's like, it's a 5 minute job, leave, and the next client is waiting. No. At our clinic, at Happy Homeopathy Clinic, we don't do that. We have time
Yeah,
slots for our clients.
I just want to touch base on here with all the UK NHS doctors. Listen to this if you've not listened to it, because this is what we go through. This is exactly
Yes.
what we go through. I don't know if you know about the NHS out here and how they work and how they do it, because
No.
when we go inside, it's like, okay, what do you have? This is what I recommend. Next patient, please. We
Finish.
get 5 minutes,
Next patient,
not
please.
even 5 minutes, I would say two
Exactly.
minutes. And
No.
it is absolutely ridiculous of how the NHS doctors deal with their patients. Because I've lived in Pakistan and I've lived in Karachi and I've been through family doctors, and I don't think I've ever been to a homeopathy, but uh, uh, with family, I've sat there for half an hour, 20 minutes.
Yes.
Even if
No.
I've gone in there with a stomach ache, they will make sure that I leave
Yes.
that clinic with a smile on my face. And when
Exactly.
you when you
That's
go
what the aim is.
when you go here, you're already stressed out. You come out more stressed that this doctor only gave me 2 minutes of my time, and he's not seen anything or he's not diagnosed anything. It could be anything that I have, but it's a really good way of
Yes.
dealing with your
No, we
patients.
don't do
Absolutely
that.
amazing, absolutely amazing. So it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so
Yes.
much for
Same here.
taking out your time from your busy practice and coming on here, joining me on this live today. But before you go, and this would be a good positive advice from a doctor. I've never had a doctor on my life, so this is the first time I'm having a.
Okay.
And I do this with all my guests that come on here. That when we finish our live session, I ask them for a positive advice. We've seen a lot of negativity around us during the last 6 months, from the start of the year. Actually, I mean, we've seen
Right.
whatever
Yes.
whatever
People are
whatever
scared,
whatever whatever
worried,
whatever whatever this
everything.
fake virus is. But in terms of people losing their jobs, people
Right.
businesses going bust, I'm sure in India the same things happened, where I heard a lot of stories
Yes.
about people who don't have the money, whether they're going to eat tomorrow. you know
Exactly.
a lot of negativity around us. How would you give someone positive advice so that they can take that on board and move forward in life and forget about everything that's going on around them?
See, my simple advice is do good unto those who do evil to you.
Absolutely. Ahsin ilaman asa
Just
ilay.
go with this. Right. Asin ilaman asa ilai. It's an excellent way of life. Kind, be kind. Whatever
Absolutely.
happens, be kind. That's all.
Because it will
Even for
come.
COVID, yes, it will come back to us. You be kind, it will come back to us.
Absolutely.
COVID also, I'm seeing at least 15 clients per day for COVID. So it's been like around the clock thing. It's a round the clock thing.
I'm not going to get into that conversation with you because we're on two different levels out here on that part.
You're scared.
I'm not scared.
Is it? You are scared.
I'm not scared.
Okay,
I'm not
you're
scared.
not.
I am
Good.
totally against what's going on in the world right now. Totally against.
Right.
But we'll have that talk in person.
No
We'll have a personal conversation on that when you have time next time.
Definitely.
Super. Dr. Fatema, it's been a
Good.
pleasure talking to you, discussing in what you do in your professional life, from what you studied to where you are today. Keep going, doctor, and cure all those cancer patients in the world.
Inshallah.
Super. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. So, wow, what an amazing session. I mean, I've never had a doctor on my life. This is the first time I've had a doctor here. And it's been an eye-opener, especially covering something like a cancer disease, which eliminates a lot of humans from this world. It was good to discuss that. Thank you so much to Dr. Fatema for coming on here, sharing that with us today. Thank you to all the viewers that tuned in. It's been a pleasure, and I shall see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.